Hey guys, welcome. We had a little tech issue today, so we're getting this started a little bit later. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to go ahead and put the timer on. It means a couple minutes before everybody gets emails set out. Yeah, boy, what a talk about tech issues. So we're switching over to a new website with Kajabi, and we can't get the DNS settings working. We've been 24 hours with our site down, so that's been really crazy. But we've been rocking and rolling here. I hope you're doing good. Let's go ahead and get the counter going, and we'll count down to get started. If you don't mind saying where you're from in the comments, that would be fantastic. Any questions you got, leave them in the comments, and we'll have some fun here. So we got a couple minutes here before we get started. Again, if you don't mind telling me where you're at from the comments. Again, apologize. We had a little bit of a tech issue getting started on time today, about 10 minutes late. Some internet issues today, and we're having some issues with our site. We're having right now, which is pretty rough. So welcome. I hope everybody's doing really good. I'm having fun today. I had a photo shoot this morning, first time that I've used the cameras. I actually used the A7C, hey Wayne, as a shooter. It actually did a really good job. This is a 20 millimeter. I had the other lens on it, but I'm learning how to use these cameras. The A7 III is more of a full video camera, where this is more of a it's a video and photo, and it works real well. Small contained camera, really worked well. I'm shocked at how good we're doing. Hey Dan, Bronx in the house. Katie, good to see you from Arizona. Wayne from Michigan, of course. Welcome everybody. As always, if you got any questions or anything, please just hit them up in the comments as people start showing up from around the world. Again, apologize, we're having a little bit of a tech issue. Even thanks for the thumb up there. I appreciate that. Even my website's down today. So it's been a weird day as far as tech goes, that's for sure. But I hope you're doing great. Sherry from Alabama. Hey, nice to see you. Good to see everybody. And if anybody, well, there's Siri. Siri was getting excited today. But I hope you're having a great day. Ohio's in the house. We got a good group of people coming in as always, having some fun here on the live. Just having a discussion about tech. Hey, we got another Tina, Southwest Michigan. That's cool. That's by where I grew up. I grew up in LaPorte, Indiana. My family's from New Buffalo, Michigan, on my father's side, Tina. So that's Benton Harbor, St. Joe, New Buffalo. I know all that area really good. I grew up there. All right, so it's cool. So we're getting started. We're going to turn the timer off and get rolling. And again, like I said, you just put some comments in there. It'd be great if you got any questions for me. That would be fantastic. Today, we're just using the computer camera because like I said, we've had some tech issues. And so we're just lucky to be here today with everything that's been going on. So it's great. San Diego, California. Great to see you, Kenneth. Excited you're with us. Not a ton of news. I posted a video yesterday about that e-ink laptop thing that kind of really made me look at it and go, wow, what is this thing? With a laptop and an e-ink on the other side of it. But other than that, I didn't see a lot. Thank you for the thumbs up as always. Happy New Year, Andrew from Los Angeles. Good to see you. A lot of people coming in. Awesome to see everybody. Really weird to see the, CES, not a lot of news. Usually when they have these consumer electronics shows, the big ones, we get some e-ink news, but we didn't get a lot this year. Just that laptop device that I showed you from Lenovo, which actually has been around for a year. I've just never seen it before. Pretty expensive device at $1,600 too, which was pretty crazy. Other than that, things are crazy here. Like I said, we're doing a DNS switch into our new site. We're going to be doing using Kajabi for everything now. And when we went to make the switch, basically what happened was there's some issue with the CNAME versus a server, and we're getting really deep into the dark technical stuff. But it's not working. So we've got Herman working day and night to try to get the site up, which has been pretty crazy, but we're working on that. And other than that, I got a big conference this weekend that I've got to get ready to go to my training. I'm golfing tomorrow morning, and then I have training from Friday from 6 to 10. Saturday, I got a golf tournament, and then I train, I think, from like 6 to 8, and then I got to play, and then I got to go Sunday to our training. So it's going to be a little bit of a packed weekend this weekend. I don't know if I'll get any videos done. But it is what it is. I always say I need a clone. If I had a clone, life would be a little bit easier, right? But with no news, there's not a ton of things to cover today. If there's anything you would like to talk. Ace of Base, good to see you. Glad you're here. Again, if you don't mind saying where you're from, that's fantastic to have you here. And again, it's my fault we were a little bit late. The tech wasn't working. I've had some issues with my internet here. It was working, but pages weren't being found. I don't know what's going on with the tech right now. It's all being kind of goofy, but it is what it is. We just keep plugging away and doing what we can. You know, tech is that love-hate relationship, you know. It's pretty crazy. I can't get Kajabi. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get to our site right now. Our site is down, Katie. Our site is down because of the switch. But there is, if you go to my Facebook page, you'll be at it. There is a website up, but our morningcoach.com is down, and it's going to be down for a while to see if it's going to be working. And Wayne says, hey, you guys checked out T-Mobile home internet. I've been using it for about 3 weeks now, and it's working great. That's awesome. No, I've never used it. I use Comcast. I used to have two. I used to use AT&T and Comcast. But in my new house here that I've been in about a year and a half, 2 years, the only people that come in here is Comcast. Typically works pretty good. I haven't had too many issues. Today's the first issue, and I don't know if it was my computer and all this stuff that we're doing with DNS settings and stuff or what was happening. But yeah, something was going on. But that's cool. T-Mobile in-home. I hadn't tried that. Wayne, is that then like a like almost internet-based, like 5G? Or is that, do you have that routed in? That's interesting. That's interesting. So crazy. But yeah, Katie, if you need to get to morningcoach.com, we should be up in the next couple days, the website soon. So we're working on that and working on that. And are you, on your new Samsung tablet, you're not talking about our Kajabi, are you talking about your personal Kajabi? Your personal Kajabi, send an email to info@morningcoach.com if you don't mind. That way they can look at what's going on, info@morningcoach.com. That way they can check that out because you should be able to get in there. Shouldn't have any issues with that. But go ahead and just send an email and the team will check that out. Like I said, Herman's working day and night on it. We have a couple other people now on the team that are getting things going. We had Stacy over there and Karen and everybody rocking, so it's good. Did the Lenovo allow writing on the e-ink? They do. I don't know anything about that device except I just saw it announced at CES that they're going to improve it. So we're going to definitely acquire one of those at some point. I think I will get one because I want to find out what is really going on with that device, right? It's pretty interesting. I still like my standalone devices, and I got to sell some devices. I'm at that point again now where I've just got so much stuff, I'm not using it anymore, so I got to get some stuff up on eBay. I got to do that. I can't do it this weekend because I'm too busy, but next week I'm going to give away some things, and I'm going to also sell some stuff on eBay. Next week starting that. They send you a gateway and you connect to their 5G LTE network. Yeah, I got to try that. That's pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind having an extra one there. I found an e-ink item that is a clock calculator, tiny note taker, like a sticky note and calendar. It's $150 though. Kind of the expensive side, but still might get it. Oh, cool, Tina. I know the MobiScribe's probably the cheapest e-ink device that some people use. I gave one away here before, a couple $100 that actually works pretty good. It'd be interesting to see how that one works. For sure at $150. You know, most of these are around $400, $500, I think is the standard price for most of these devices, which is pretty crazy. Thanks, Wayne. Oh, hey, Sebastian, you got your RM2 finally. That's cool. It is. The RM2 is great. I think that, you know, it gets a bad rap. Again, we talked about this in the last live, that there's this, you know, the way people have cognitive function, right? Some people like very complex things, and other people like things that just work. And the complex things are great, right? If your brain is into that. And if your brain isn't, you're more of a minimalistic person that wants clean OCD, you know, doesn't want a lot of stuff. The devices are for two different people. And I found it really interesting because, you know, I've never seen such a disparity with the subscriber base where people are actually fighting over this. Like, RM2 sucks and the Onyx is the best device ever. And it's like, well, I get yelled at this. People on Reddit said, well, don't go to Morning Coach's site. All he's going to do is tell you that it's based on use case. But isn't that the truth? I mean, how can you say any of these devices are the best for each individual person when we're so diverse? I just find it so comical sometimes that people are like, it's the best. It's the best, and you better buy it because I bought it. And it's like, wait a minute. Everybody has different things going on, and it may not be the best for them. And you got to find what works best for you, which is pretty cool. But I'm glad you got your RM2. I know there's some issues with customer service there and some problems once in a while, but that's fantastic that you got that. So that's cool, Wayne. Thanks for sharing with that. Atina, thank you for sharing with that also with me. Do we have any other questions anybody's got? Like I said, it's a little bit of a weird week for me because we're going through a major transition on sites and a site change, and we're kind of dealing with a DNS issue we didn't expect. And part of our problem is we're moving to Kajabi full and using a third party where typically we have our own server and we host our site. And so now we're kind of dependent on other people, which is kind of a problem. When it comes to tech, we like to be in control of everything. And when you kind of put it to somebody else, sometimes you get into some of these situations where I got to go sit on chat for a little while and try to get this thing fixed. But no, things are good. I'm probably going to sell my Onyx Booksmax Lumi next week or give it away, one of the two things. I'm not using it. I'm using the Papyr consistently. I do like the SuperNote A5X. It's actually in my bag. I went to a photo shoot this morning, and I'm actually using it. It's actually a really good tablet. I'm having a little issue with it because I have the A5. I can't get it to sync with the cloud, and I don't know how to do that. So I'm kind of waiting for some guidance from SuperNote to help me out with that. And hopefully soon we'll be able to get that fixed, and we'll be able to get that resolved. So that will let me know if it's something that I want to keep rolling with or not, and we'll see. But SuperNote's a really cool company. But it's cool. And big health kick right now. I'm getting into a big health kick, trying to stay in shape, working on my golf game. That's pretty much what I'm going on. And growing Morning Coach. We've got some really cool things coming. I'm actually going to be doing social media for the first time in my life, just like YouTube's kind of the first time in my life. Even though I've put some stuff out there, we're bringing on somebody to help me. We're using Trello to organize all of our social media and our posts and stuff, which should be interesting. So I'm learning some new technology and kind of letting the team take the lead on that. I don't want to get too absorbed in it with everything else that's going on. And then again, like I said, we're rolling into Kajabi full. As long as we can get this DNS switch flipped, which has something to do with Cloudflare and not allowing us to move the site. And so as soon as I get done with this, I'm probably going to go back and jump in a chat with Kajabi and see if we can get our site up. It's not fun having our site down, especially when we had, what was it? What did I do? 2 days ago, I did a video on the planner, on this planner. This one, the Get It Done Now planner, the big one. And I did the free PDF over at the site. And we had, 1,200 people watch the video. We had almost 171 people request that. So we had 171 people come over to the site 2 days ago, and now the site's down. So I'm screaming, let's get it back up. What's going on? But we did change the link in the YouTube video, so if somebody goes to get that, they can get it now at the new website. But it's great to see everybody. If there's not a ton of questions today, we may end a little bit early. Like I said, I apologize. I was late. I threw it all off. I couldn't get the eCam Live. That's what I'm using here, and I couldn't get my site working. YouTube was just down. I don't know about you. I don't know if you've had any internet issues today, but it's just been one of those days where I just couldn't get stuff going. So it's all good. If you got any questions, if you're watching this later, as always, you can put the questions in the comments. I try to get to them. Getting pretty busy, though. We're at 12,800, somewhere around there, subscribers, which is fantastic. 50 to 100 new ones a day, so it's been crazy. And I've got to make some decisions what I'm going to do with the channel here in the real near future. If we're going to continue down this tech track or what we're going to do with it, and what type of investment I want to make into it. So we're going to see what we're going to do with the channel here. Again, right now it's a hobby. It's fun for me, but I don't know how long I'm going to continue down the path just because it's work, and there's a lot of other stuff going on that I could spend my time on. And yeah, we're doing pretty good. Things are rolling, but we definitely could rock and roll. Okay, cool. We got some questions in. I didn't see these. Sorry, I was sitting there. Love the RM2. Wayne says, based on use case is perfect. Thank you. Far says, if the Lenovo laptop has a two-way hinge so that the virtual keyboard can be used with the e-ink display, it would have been dope. I would agree. That would be pretty cool. I still want to get one. I still think I'm going to buy one. I mean, $1,500 is a lot of money for a laptop. That's a Mac. That's a video machine for me. But I still want to get one. I just think if I buy it for $1,500 and review it, I could probably sell it on eBay for $1,000, $1,100. And if the video makes $400 or $500, I'm basically break even on the device, right? That's kind of the way I look at things. Quirk Logic in the house. Good to see you. I love it. Quirk Logic's one of the best companies out there, listening to everybody on e-ink, always checking things out from us. And I got some I actually got a video coming next week about how I'm using the Papyr device, which I have here on my desk, and how I use it in dual screen and why I do it. Because I did one on the Remarkable 2 this week, and I have to do videos on the Remarkable 2 every once in a while because it's what really hits the channel. It's crazy. I put a Remarkable 2 video up and it gets thousands of views. I put something else up and it gets 100 views. So I got to keep working the algorithm, which I don't enjoy, but I'm working it. But Quirk Logic's great. Hey, Heidi, how are you doing? I do like the chair. It's funny. Voya, at My Deep Guide, who you know is a friend, and I love Voya, who does these real deep reviews, and does such a great job. He has the same chair, which is great. But yeah, Secret Labs makes a good chair. I stand a lot too. This is actually a sanding desk. You can see Neo in the background. Neo's sleeping back there. He's relaxing. But yeah, this desk, I can actually bring it up or down. It's electronic. I haven't had it up in a while, but a lot of times I'll stand too, which is nice, which I can kind of go up and down. There you go. See it? It's electronic. Let's do it real quick. So it goes up or it goes down. So pretty cool stuff. I'm going to move it back down. There we go. But yeah, the chair's great. I love the chair. It works real well. Neil was wondering, what the heck are you doing back there? Atia said, just I thought I would let you know the name of it. King Jim Digital Memo. Okay, cool. I'll take a look at that. Pretty cool. I'll check a look at it. Bank Guy asked, SuperNote 5X question. Great to see some questions in here. And thanks for the thumbs up. They keep coming in. I see email on the menu. Does it work well? Can you handwrite emails and responses? I have not even tested that yet. That's kind of, I have 6 emails. So the issue for me, like, it's just hard. Like, this is not my full-time job. So I golf 5 days a week. So just so you know where my schedule is. So when I get up on like tomorrow, I play golf I get up at, I'll do my coach cast in the morning, go out and I usually do a workout. So I get up about 5:30, 6 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, I have to be on the golf course 7:30. So I don't get home till 12:30. So once I get home at 12:30, then I got like some real work to do, and I work for a couple hours. So with these devices, I think that's why I love what Voya does, because I just don't have the time to try everything out. I just don't. And so I'll try it. I'll set it up sometime. And that's why I'm not a big Onyx fan, because I don't have time to set up a device. Like, I just need stuff that works because I'm so busy. I think some other people that maybe have like a job or something where they can go to work and they have some free time, that's a little bit different. But literally, I mean, I start in the morning, and even when I'm on my play days, like when I'm off and stuff, it's hard for me to find time to utilize these devices. It's a great question. I'm just being very candid, And at night, I come home, I'll watch a movie. I like horror movies every once in a while, but I'm learning guitar, and I typically spend an hour to 2 hours on guitar. So fortunately for me, my wife, who's Colombian, she comes and goes. So she's actually a mountain climber, and we have places in South America. So she's gone a lot because I am that busy. So my time is extremely valuable to me. And when they send me a device or something, there's only so much that I can do because I actually have to do real work too. But that's a great question. I don't know how the email works. I saw that too. I did put the Kindle on it, but I just haven't had time to set it up. And I think right now I'm running 5 emails, so I could put something on it, 5 or 6 emails. But I also just brought on 2 new staff members to help with some of this stuff. I'm also looking for somebody to edit, and I'm looking for somebody to help me organize my playlists a little bit. I got to invest a little bit just because of the time factor. At the beginning here, it was fun because I could do all those things, but right now it's just eating up my time. So I'm going to try to find some help. We're all of our metrics and stuff, we're getting third-party VAs to help us, and we have an ops manager that's come on. So hopefully, Andrew, bank guy, I know you're Andrew, so I'm saying that, I'll be able to do more testing in the future when I can free up some of my time a little bit. Great content, couple of questions about the 5X. And what about handwriting to text and in Greek? Feel of the writing and Google Drive connections. Thanks. So here's the deal. That was my biggest thing, was the OCR, and it just doesn't work that fantastic. Then none of these devices, I've had a lot of writers come to me and say, hey, JB, what's the best device for OCR? And the truth is, not many of these devices are great with OCR, and I just haven't found any of them that work well. And I haven't even figured it out that much. Like theirs is it like you do it with the title, and you can do it in Word, and you write it down at the bottom, and it works pretty good. I mean, it's fairly good. But it's not something that I'm like, wow, this is so fantastic. I haven't hooked it up to Google Drive, so I don't know how it works with Google Drive connection. I've tried it with SuperNote Cloud and Dropbox. I don't believe it works with Google Drive. They have in there, you can go to the SuperNote Cloud and Dropbox, but I don't believe they have Google Drive. Now, that's a company that is listening and trying to do things to help the consumer. I will tell you that, just like QuirkLogic, who's watching today. But again, I think it's a great device. I think it works real well. It's very similar to the A5. The writing feel of it, I think, is great. It's very detailed. I like it. It doesn't feel like a pencil, though. It just feels like it's really sharp, and it looks really good. And I'm using it for that. But as far as email and those type of things, I don't use any of those devices for that. I just can't because I'm too busy. I use my Mac for my email, and I typically delete most of my emails in the morning. I just delete them all, and then I use my iPad just for productivity purposes, right? I need to be able to type stuff and do stuff fast. So super busy. Again, I wish I had more time to do everything, but that would be great. By the way, the Lenovo laptop will allow writing on e-ink. That's cool. Yeah, they do have a pin. It says it kind of garages it in there. So kind of like this Samsung, which I have had no time to even do. I bought the Samsung. It's over here in the corner. I've had absolutely no time to even turn that thing on. I've actually had to recharge the battery a couple times as it sits over there. So again, if somebody has a clone, if somebody knows how to clone somebody or add, create an additional person, that would be fantastic. This weekend, for example, many people don't know I have a black belt in Israeli martial arts. I train in knife fighting. We've worked with the gentleman I work with is ex-Israeli Special Forces, and this weekend we have a 3-day event, but I also have a big golf tournament on Saturday. So literally, I got to be 2 places at once. Tomorrow night, I'm going straight to training 6 to 10. Saturday morning, I'm getting up. Even though they're training, I'm going to be playing golf and then trying to go over there as soon as I get done, possibly, depending. And then if I win, I got to play Sunday. And I just need a clone. I'm getting to that point. But yeah, it's just like the Samsung where, you kind of hide the pin in there and it pops out, which is pretty good. They should lower the screen resolution to get their price down on the Lenovo. Yeah, it's such a niche item that it's really interesting. I'm seeing the consumerism of things change, right? I'm seeing there's so much money in this world. Just fly over the United States and see it. Just come to South Florida. And I think, do you focus on the mass or do you focus on more money? So in my business, particularly what I've found is the people that spend more money with me, $20,000 plus in coaching, are less work than the people that spend $50 a month, right? And I think what a lot of businesses do is they kind of try to find that balance of how can I get the high-end consumer and keep the low-end consumer happy? And that's the challenge. Because you don't want to be a Walmart in the e-ink world, I don't think, right? You don't want to be making just super cheap stuff. And you got to have enough margin to make things work. And I think that's what Apple has done such a good job of. Not judging anything, I'm just saying that's the way the market is that the higher expensive price things, typically people will buy them and then they don't complain about them. Heck, they don't even use them because they have so much money, they don't even care. Interesting, though. Dan, thank you. Levi says, I loved your video about the Remarkable 2 daily planner setup. I woke up with the video in my notifications this morning. Oh, that's super cool. Hey, the algorithm's working maybe with YouTube. The jury's out on this thing. I'm very candid on the stuff that I do. I don't know how long I'll do this. I really don't. There's not a ton of money in it for me. It's projected to grow and get bigger, but it's a lot of work, man. I don't know. We'll see. Wayne says, when are we expecting the Papyr to get the Kindle reader function? That's a great question. I'm not sure. QuirkLogic's here. I know they're working on some reader type of things. I know it's on an Android platform, so it's doable. I don't know is my answer to that, but it's going to be, I think they're doing some pretty cool things. Hey, Serbia in the house. Great to see you. I'm so glad Serbia is here. That's awesome. I'm one of those throng of people that sees RM2 click first, ask questions later. I love it. With the Android-based e-ink devices, what is the upgrade support looking like? I think it depends on the company. I think QuirkLogic's great. I think SuperNote is great. I think Onyx is in the middle. I don't know much about Onyx and their support. And then Remarkable, I've only talked to them one time. So I think the Android stuff, where it comes to SuperNote, the Papyr device, the Onyx products, it really depends on the company and the way they support them. Interesting devices for sure, though. I pre-ordered the SuperNote A5X for my dad, his law firm. Really curious to see if he likes it and if it helps his business. I think he'll like it. If you haven't experienced anything else, it's kind of like, wow, this is pretty crazy, If you've had experience with some of the other ones, you're kind of like judging them. But if you've never had, and it's almost like, when you go to a restaurant, there's too many things on the menu, right? So by having one, and he's never really experienced any of them. I think he's going to be fine. The pen quality is great. And I think the writing experience is exceptional. I do. Some people don't like it, but I do. I think it's detailed. I think he'll use it. We'll see. And let me know. I can't wait to see that. Ace of Ace, Krav Maga. We're kind of not Krav. We're actually, Thur is more of a military trainer. It's hard to explain. But yeah, I've been with him 15 years. I got a lot of stuff that I've done. And yeah, I do a lot of stuff. He's actually designed a new knife that they're using in for the special forces. And so, yeah, it's just a totally other thing. Like, I have a lot of things going on. It keeps me busy for sure. I was doing a photo shoot this morning. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Hey, there's Chaplain James White. Well, you said the SuperNote A5X will have the Kindle app. The SuperNote A5, get it too. No, Chaplain, I don't think so, because here's the deal. The SuperNote A5 is a Linux device. So it doesn't have the ability to put on those apps, where the Android is already built. Those apps are already built, and that's what's going on. So the Android is already connected to it, and that's why the A5X gets a little bit more of ability to put things into it, because it's running on the Android platform, where the A5 is running on the Linux platform, which is the same as the Remarkable 2, which everybody's been hacking lately, which is really, really interesting. I'm not going to hack mine, but a lot of people are putting hacks on there, which is pretty interesting. I'll take all of the Remarkable content you can think of. Not a lot of content for us RM2 users. Today's video was a great idea. Thank you. No, we do try to do as much possible as we can with all these devices. We love all these e-ink devices. They're a lot of fun, and it's what put me on, kind of into YouTube, was the Remarkable 1, when I did the Remarkable versus the iPad video. And then expanding into this area, I just kept going. QuirkLogic just responded with the paper that the dedicated reader is on their roadmap, just can't give a firm date yet. So it is on their roadmap, which is important, Wayne, so you can see that. So it's something that you can see. But having fun as always, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to be doing a video on the paper early next week on split screen and how I use the paper for my planner, and more coming here to the show. Again, it's an interesting experiment for me. I don't know what direction it's going to take. It's up to you guys, right? If more people get involved and want to get involved, it's worth my time to really focus on this. If we can't get it going, we'll see. I mean, one of three things are going to happen. I've always said this. One, it stays the same, and I just kind of keep going. And typically when things stay the same for me, I don't do them that long, right? I got a lot of stuff going on. Number two, I just get really tired of it, and I just delete everything and just move on. I hope that doesn't happen. And number three, we get this thing going a little bit. And how do you help me? Those likes help. Watching the videos, giving some views help. And that gets the channel kind of working, which makes sense. And it's like, wow, okay, this is good. And I got to tell you, it's working. We had 171 emails come in, sign up with us a couple days ago, which is great. So when that happens and our list is growing, it's fantastic. And Neil's having fun back there. You can see Neil. He's upside down right now. He's enjoying this. Typically, what's weird is he leaves when I do my daily show, like my podcast. So it's interesting that he's still hanging out in here. He must like you guys. But anyways, lots of love to you guys. Let's go out there and have a great day. I'm going to try to get my website up. Again, apologize for being late today. If you're watching the replay, thanks as always for watching. We'll see what this community becomes. Having fun, enjoying it. But it is some work, and we'll see if I'm going to keep rocking in there. But let's keep going. Hopefully, we won't have any tech problems next Thursday, and we'll be able to rock and roll again next week with you guys. But I really, really appreciate the support. No matter what happens in the future, I thank you for being here, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. Truly do. Okay, so go have a fantastic day, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and we will be back next week, and then, of course, on the channel every day. Go have a great one, everybody. Thank you very much.